So I got my drive-by-wire stuff installed and working. Box is laying there, wiring is under here, stock wiring is up in there. Not this white wire, that's for my arcade button, the white and the black here. That's for like anti-lag or whatever action. So there's the drive-by-wire pedal, and then I cut it up already, but it's, you get the idea. So the pedals weren't identical. This is like out of a Hyundai Elantra, and this is out of my Kia. And this Kia one fits better, and the other one had like a funky floor pedal. There you go, better, cleaner background to look at. So this is how it sits in the car. This is the stock connector. This is the connector that came on the Hyundai. Different, but it was functional. So I hooked it up, and it opens the throttle. But I'm thinking what I'm running into here is, there is, let's sit down here for chalkboard time. So what I believe I'm running into is a map TPS correlation error, like a check engine code. It happens on Chevys also. I mean, there could be map MAF, there's TPS MAF, TPS versus manifold pressure. So what's happening is it's seeing the TPS open, but manifold isn't opening. Or it's seeing the manifold pressure increase, but the TPS not open. So it knows there's something wrong, so it's doing something. Even though I'm taking over the spark and I'm taking over the pedal, something funny's happening. Like it still is limiting fuel or doing something. Or yeah, it's just not injecting correctly because the DI is still functional right now. So I gotta get the wet intake built. I gotta show that. But the big thing here is, I noticed if I plugged both pedals in to make it happy, if I would try to rev both pedals with my hands at the same time, it would be better, you know, because the values were close. So what I was thinking is, since I have pedals controls on opposite ends of that brick, I put the stock pedal sensor back in, and I'm gluing. I cut the entire other pedal box apart, and I noticed there's a plastic dowel coming out and actuating a little wiper. I took pictures of it. I'll throw it in here. So there's a little wiper, and the pin just pushes the wiper. So what I'm going to do, what I did do, sorry, is I went directly in, cut open the empty face side just enough that I could get the other wiper installed there, and I cut the other pedal assembly apart so I could glue the entire face of that down so you can swap the sensor still. I could glue or bolt or do something funny, but I figured if I just glued the whole face to the other thing, it's all technically removable, and it is a guide area for the wiper. So that's glued on, it's drying, hopefully that's good. Then what I'm going to do is plug both in, and then I'm going to calibrate, and then it should be, so what both systems are thinking they're doing what they're doing, and they're both happy, hopefully, right? So that's what we're going to attempt. So that's the first hurdle last night. It was pretty annoying that like it wouldn't, I'm like, why? I'm taking over spark and the throttle, why is it doing this? And then I'm like, oh, you know what? It's probably has a correlation issue. It's probably mad because of the map sensor. And then I'm like, trying to do both, and it was better. I could, you know, if you hold both slowly, it'll climb. If you go to rev it at idle, it's like blah, blah. You can hear the throttle's open, but it's doing something, and it's, yeah, it's strange. So that's the first step. If I had the right connector, and I realized this earlier, I could have crimped both together, and I still may do that if this proves unreliable or doesn't work. So both systems are getting the exact same sensor data from the same wiper. But it shouldn't matter because the drive-by-wire system I have installed, you can calibrate and do whatever you want with. So I'll just do a quick recal on the pedal. Everything else is the same, and that should make it happy from there. So we'll see how all that goes. Once that dries, see if I can get the pedal happy, and then tonight I'm going to run my intake up to Ackerman and let him do whatever he wants as far as placing the injectors and rails. We'll show you that next. Okay, so how are we going to handle the port injection aspect of it is I bought another intake, a completely stock intake that matches mine. So this is the face that sits against the motor. This is what you see. This is what you see when you look down in. You notice valve cover about here. You'll notice there's no injectors or fuel rails or anything in it. One neat thing I did see is it has a dual length runner intake. So at some point it switches this valve and it has a vacuum assisted plunger, and I'm assuming it goes from long to short runners. So it'll be neat to hook that up to the computer, and I believe I mentioned that in my extremely long-winded entry to all this. Also has Bosch temperature T-map sensor here, and vacuum ports, blah blah blah. So the idea here is I bought raw rail, 2 rails, in case we screw up, and I also told him he can get wild if he wants to. And you put the fuel rail somewhere, and then there's 1, 2, 3 bolts here that are nicely put into the intake. This guy doesn't really need to be bolted down. And we're going to put them into the intake, bolt the fuel rail down, and then ICT Billet, one of the sloppy, they like to send me things, I guess you could call them a sponsor / partner. They were like, I was like, I'm gonna do something real dumb. And they're like, we're in, as most of my peoples are cool like that. So, injector, just like that. What I'm going to do is I have a bunch of these stock truck injectors. And I have some that are decapped, some that are not decapped, and some that are these mini timer Delphis, and the other ones that are EV6 oval style. I believe I'm going to try to use the ovals, because I have more of those connectors laying around and they're not as small and crappy. These mini Delphis, there's nothing wrong, but the connectors are, they get brittle, and I'm afraid of them. I have a bunch of much cleaner, nicer, easier to disconnect EV6s. I have a feeling I'll be removing and disconnecting stuff associated with this project many times. So, I would like to use the EV6. So, that's all that. Ackerman's going to do that. Could you guys give me suggestions? I believe I asked on Sloppy a long time ago, what's the best epoxy to epoxy aluminum to plastic? And I think what we can do is we can knurl these or scuff them so they grip the plastic really good, and we're going to drill down in so it's going to get adhesion from all sides. The other thing I was thinking is maybe we could thread these slightly and screw them in, but then alignment might not be perfect. So I believe a bunch of people said there's an epoxy that would give us no issue. But other than that, if that fails, maybe I'll have someone 3D print me some. What's the stronger one? PLA? Is the weak one PLA? ABS is the strong one? Yeah, anyway. Maybe we'll build ABS cups and we'll like plastic weld them in, or epoxy the plastic. The plastic will certainly hold. So, all of those experiments to come. I'll let you know how this pedal stuff works, when and if it works. So you can see here what a done gone done is mutilated the other throttle body. Well, both of them, technically. This is the stock Kia one. This is the Hyundai one that I received, and they have 2 different connectors, but you pretty much can't share them anyway. Well, I guess you could share the pedal position, but I don't have this one. I could double crimp this one and feed to both, but it's kind of nice to segment them. And I cut this off the Hyundai, and you can see here I drilled into the leverage arm. This is how the other side works, but it has a plastic pin. See that? So I cut this all out underneath, and I glued the other face plate to this so it could use the existing wiper. So you install this guy, forgive me here, and you can center up these bolts, and we can bolt it back down, so you can still swap out this guy. We're gonna has the plastic face bolted down, and it has both things now, so we'll screw it back together and see how it goes. Alright, so down below I have installed the conglomerate double pedal, and here we are, drive-by-wire controller and everything else working good. I'm still roughing out my settings. Ladies and gentlemen, don't make fun of me. I have to implement all sorts of strategies I didn't know I needed. So I'm on the stock pedal now. It seems to struggle at startup, but once everything is happy, it makes itself happy. So that's very light throttle, obviously. Now I made this zone here to recover if it wants to stall, and I might have to remove it. It seems to do pretty good, but there's every now and then it gets mad because I think this has to match. It has to be representative of some areas in the stock computer, but it is completely running off of the MS3. So all there is to take over now is the injectors, and probably at that point it doesn't matter what this thing wants to do. I can disconnect the DI and it'll do what I want.